How's your day going?
Oh, I'm quarantined. I've got strep throat.
What the heck?
Yep.
I might need that substitute attorney. Oh, just kidding.
I get it so easily. I was going back and looking at my calendar to see, like, when you can see it. It's 2 to 5 days before symptoms show up. And
Yeah.
like, well, I was with someone those exact days. He didn't get it. I went to see my friend, her daughter, and her new baby later that day.
They didn't get
don't
it.
have it. And then I had not, I've been home, working remotely from then on until, what was it, Tuesday, when I went to court. It was later that night that I got the symptoms.
Were you making out with a juror? Don't lie.
I mean, it's like, I started getting symptoms like 5 hours after being around people. It's like, that's too soon.
Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, so...
I was around other people, and those, whoever had it, their germs skipped the other person and got me instead.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Well, on the bright side, I mean, I had a brain aneurysm, so we're kind of in the same boat.
Okay, so, let's see here. Katrina, let me see here. She filed the substitution attorney for us to be out, and that has been filed, and it looks like the court has processed it, but you're still wanting to have the mediation, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah. That's the thing, the last two mediations, Cassie did not want to mediate at all.
Yeah, so you still have to go to it.
Yeah, of course.
It's just by law, California requires you to be sent to mediation. And
before a hearing,
is one where they'll just say if you had an agreement or not. They might make a recommendation for something such as if it's in co-parenting class. I've seen that before. I've seen
I doubt it. She hates my guts.
And they just say no agreement.
Yeah.
And then it's up to the court. Now, I also want to give you some updates. Okay?
Oh, geez.
So, I need to find out. Is she served? I need to see the notes. Okay, there's the case notes on that. Client signed the same day. Top of the court. Client will...
Oh, and I'm gonna go to court tomorrow with Taylor. Should I file anything? I wanted to file that...
The hearing is not until later. We talked about going to court tomorrow for.
Going to file, like, the old diagnosis from Daniel Ignacio. I sent him the diagnosis and what was filed in the court. This was his response. Whoa, sir, you are sending me all these photos as I am not comfortable with this formal legal statement. This statement is a formal legal statement. This statement is a formal legal statement and has my name on it. I did not consent to this. Please tell Cassie's attorney to pull it out or to contact me as soon as possible. I can't even testify as I'm only 1 year post my PhD, and you have to be at least 5 years to be an expert witness. He's only 1 year post PhD. This is what he texted me. I wrote it on a paper. I was going to file it tomorrow. Because that previous diagnosis of me being incompetent, Cassie brought that up at the last mediation. The mediator said, I'm not touching this. We're not coming up with an agreement. This is done.
Okay, so how I would recommend getting it filed is attaching it as an exhibit to a declaration from you. Okay? So, do you have a copy of the request for order that we filed for you?
I'm not even sure. But they said that you guys made a new one, a new request for orders, because they didn't accept the last one.
Okay, did Katrina give you an update of what happened when we tried to file, like the judge told us to?
Kinda yesterday. I didn't really understand what she was saying.
She also, because we knew it'd be difficult for you to explain to the court what happened, I had her file a declaration.
Okay.
She told me she took care of it. I'll double check with her just to be sure.
And what's the declaration including?
It was a declaration from her to say what happened and why, when it finally went through, it was after the date that the court gave us for a deadline. Because we filed it originally on the date that the court said file it. And then later, after the deadline passed, they rejected the filing.
Those son of bitches.
And then we made a change, filed again, and then they rejected it again, saying, "Oh, you can't." Like they added a new reason, and yeah, so we were trying to change it because like you can't do the amended one and request new things, like it's still amended.
I can walk down there and harass everybody at the court tomorrow. That's not a problem.
So we took off the word amended, it was filed again or something like that. Or but I can't remember if we did end up doing that or.
Yeah.
I know that Katrina finally got someone to just accept it, understanding what the judge had ordered, and that's why it finally got filed.
Okay.
So she was put through a declaration that explained all that to the court.
Is it anything new? Then also, I'm not sure if you're able to look it up, but I really want you in the hearing next month. I have a brother that's a millionaire. I'm going to talk to him this weekend and see if he can fund me. But if I can get the money in there, like soon, probably within the next week or two, do you think you'd be able to represent me still?
Yes, if you do replenish, you'll pay us, and then I'll have you sign a substitute attorney again to sub us back in.
Okay, now you wouldn't know how much I need to come up with, would you? I know you're not financials, but
they'll probably have you do 5,000 again.
5,000. Okay, yeah, my brother might be able to help me with that. He knows how important Sawyer is to me, and I'm so close. If this hearing doesn't go well, like I'm done. I'm not fighting anymore. I mean, I love my daughter to death, but
options are you can ask for an evidentiary here because the hearing coming up,
yeah,
that is going to be a short 15 to 20 minute hearing.
Yeah.
That one is going to be based on what has been filed paperwork wise, and if you think of it as those were kind of like a little like you've seen trials like movies and trial stuff, right? That's when they put on the evidence and then the attorney argues in the end. So in these RFO hearings, the evidence is kind of coming out more in the papers, and then the attorneys have the opportunity to do a little argument at the hearing. If the attorneys want to put on more evidence than that, or it's not going their way they want to be, they think that they can have enough evidence through testimony and be able to challenge the other person, they can ask for an evidentiary hearing, and that way.
That's what I want is evidence. Do you think I'd be able to step into court next month and kind of defend myself, at least to get to the evidentiary hearing?
You can request an evidentiary hearing.
Yeah, no. Do you think I have enough filed with the court through you guys that I can go to court next month and be fine?
I do have concerns about you being able to make arguments.
Oh, okay.
But you're not asking for a whole lot.
No.
It's like your daughter's not a baby.
No.
You know, she's old enough. She has a cell phone, right? So she has trouble. It's like you're asking for.
Cassie won't give her a cell phone, but
additional hours per month.
yeah, we've been going off of 1 hour once a month for the last 2 years. The last agreement that I signed, I was diagnosed not incompetent to sign it. Therefore, a new agreement needs to be signed now that I'm competent to sign an agreement. The one that I signed in 2020, I was diagnosed incompetent to do so. But Cassie tries to find a way out of getting into a new agreement every single mediation.
Yeah, so all you're asking for, as I recall, is because right now you're getting 1 hour a month. You're wanting to extend that to a 2-hour visit twice a month. So really that's 3 additional hours a month.
Yeah.
And you're wanting one time a year to have an all-day visit. Not overnight.
Yeah.
All-day visit.
All day, so we plan a whole good day, yeah. But Cassie will not.
I think you need to stress that, saying, this is all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
You're not a danger. You've established a relationship with her. She's older. She has a phone. They're still supervised. You're not taking away a supervisor.
Yeah.
She's been safe this entire time. She's not traumatized. She's doing well.
She is still trying to get Taylor removed as a supervisor. When Sawyer, she was the one that picked Taylor 20 months ago to be a supervisor. Sawyer's become friends with Taylor. She trusts Taylor. And then Cassie's saying, I don't think Sawyer's safe around Taylor. He needs to be removed. And
in what way is she not safe around this man? What? Like,
none at all. Like the worst I did was I would videotape the visits, and I think that's what Cassie's using against me.
I can't find anywhere that says that you can't. I don't know where she's getting this from.
Me neither, and that's the other thing. Like the only thing I was worried about is because Cassie's in a lot of the videos, is it 2-party consent in California,
But you're out in public, there's no expectation of privacy. There is no two-party consent out in public.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah. You're out in public, there's no consent needed. Why do you think people can video everyone out in public and post it online?
I don't know, I do. But now I know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's no, the only time you need consent is when there is an expectation of privacy. So, for example, if you are in her home and you're not being obvious that you're about to start filming,
Yeah, of course.
she has an expectation of
And like,
privacy, right?
and the visit at the library, I asked her because her was giving me permission to videotape it before. I even asked her, I was like, "Do you mind if I videotape you like the Cheetos?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." And I videotaped the whole visit. It was a great visit. And at the very end, it blew me out of the water when Sarah was like, "I want 10 more minutes." And Cass is like, "I will not negotiate with terrorists." I'm like,
I will say, when visits are supervised by a professional monitor, they usually do not allow photographs or filming during those times. But you're in an informal situation.
I know, and Taylor's not a formal supervisor. He was someone that Cassie picked to be a supervisor. And now that he witnessed 2 years of us getting better and stronger, she's trying to get him removed so he can't be a witness for doing that. And another thing, like, she said she wants to get him replaced with Michael Wong, and I told him, no, Taylor needs to remain supervisor because Taylor drives me to these visits. And then the media last time was like, people take public transportation to these visits. I was like, I know, but I can't because of the brain injury, and my house doesn't allow me to travel on public transportation.
I think you need to stress on you're not asking for that much.
Yeah,
you're
I'm definitely not.
An increase of 3 hours per month, which 3 times 12, that's a total of 36 hours in a year.
Damn!
That's what you're asking for.
I know.
That's barely over a day.
I know, not to mention, like, I like to pick a full day to go out with Sawyer, and she can pick anything we want to do.
You're essentially getting an equivalent, if you get just that part, not counting the one 12-hour day that you're wanting in addition to that, you're asking for what's equivalent to 1.5 days extra in a year.
Damn, that might be too much. No, I was kidding. Oh, and guess what?
Selfish.
We have a visit this Saturday. Do you think you could guess where we're doing our visit?
Yeah.
Where at?
Okay, so stress that this is all you're asking for. You're not asking for that much more of an increase.
Yeah.
This doesn't change. Her having sole physical custody doesn't change that.
Yeah.
You're not trying to change legal custody. You're just trying
I just want more time with my daughter.
Get a little more time and not even that much. And it's still going to be in public. Still
Yeah.
going to be supervised.
And
There's no danger to her.
that's the thing.
Older.
Taylor and myself had Disneyland passes. Cassie and Sawyer had Disneyland passes. So I recommended Cassie. I was like, you think we can go to Disneyland where Sawyer just naturally has fun? And Cassie would always say, no, we can't do that in an hour. That's off the table. I'm like, well, can we just make it a longer day then? No, we can't do that. It's a quarter. I'm like, Cassie, you're a bitch. I don't say that, but she does it.
I am seeing in Katrina's notes that she did file her declaration, explaining to the court what happened with the filing,
Okay.
and that she served it as well as the amended request for order to opposing counsel.
Okay, so yeah, Michael Briscoe has it. Okay. Now, roughly, do you know roughly how much I'd have to come up with, like 5,000 to have you next month?
I would say that would safely, if you're wanting us to be at that hearing, you need to pay that ahead of time, and then we get stuff back in.
Okay, cool. And that shouldn't be hard, right? Just sign a paper. Say, I want Shannon!
Yeah. It's just, you sign in 2 spots electronically, and we get it filed.
Alright, that works. Yeah, I'll talk to my brother about it. He knows how important Sawyer is to me, and he's a millionaire, so hopefully he'll help me out. But, alright, cool. I appreciate it. Anything else I need for this mediation?
Yeah, so in mediation, did you fill out the paperwork that they wanted you to do ahead of time?
I don't think I've done that yet.
Okay, you need to go do that. If you don't have the paperwork anymore, because remember you went to family court services before, the day after the hearing on August 10th?
Yeah.
It would have given you instructions on how to set that all up and how to appear Because I think they still do remote for.
Yeah, it was a video last time, so. Okay, and then would you
if
be
you
able
don't have your paperwork anymore, go to, if you're going to go to court tomorrow anyways, go to Family Court Services and make sure.
Yeah, I'll make
if
sure to
you
get the
don't have them,
instructions.
double check with them. Make sure that you have given them everything that they need before the mediation.
Yeah, of course, of course. Alright, yeah, and I'll talk to my brother tonight, and if he'll be willing to help me out, then yeah, I'll definitely sub you back in, because I really don't want to go to court by myself. I mean, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to show bitches my brain injury, and be like, hello?
Well, for mediation, and if you do end up representing yourself in court, stress me, you're not asking for much. You're asking
Yeah,
for
of
the
course.
equivalent of 36 extra hours a year. Plus, well, actually, if you get all of what you're wanting, essentially 48 hours every year. Because you're asking for 3 more months
Hey,
and additional.
would you mind doing me this? Would you mind emailing me all this so when I go to court I just have
Yeah.
paper? Be like, hey guys, Shannon says I'm awesome. Okay, yeah, I appreciate it.
I'll send you an email to remind you of what to stress. Okay?
Okay, and you said 5,000 should be able to retain you for next month's turn?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. I'll talk to my
I'll
brother.
put that in the email too.
Alright, you're the best. Thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.
Stop making out with jurors, you're gonna get sick.
Oh, I was
Just-
not touching anything. But courthouses are gross.
Yeah, this is quotations. Sure, Shannon. No, good. Alright, thank you very much. Have a good day. I'll let you know when I talk to my brother. Bye.